We don't exist to them, do we? Prophetic words, which most, if not all, white working class people can easily identify to. It's almost that we have become an inconvenience, a stain in the new one British nation being pushed by the Conservatives under Boris Johnson and being aided and abetted by mainstream media and the establishment. In recent years, our status has slowly been diminished in the respect of our voice and our concerns for our communities and our nation and our homeland. Harangued and labelled from all and sundry, an easy target. No elected politician willing to be an advocate for the white working class people. No celebrity or media commentator willing to go out on a limb to raise the issues about the plight and the struggles of the white working classes. Just total and utter silence. While we have suffered immeasurably because of open borders and free movement, the faceless bureaucrats, the editors of the newspapers, the journalists, the people in the know continue to besmirch our concerns and often resort to using the same baseless rhetoric which we saw in the lead up to the Brexit vote. We are constantly 24/7 being told without EU free movement the UK would literally be on its knees. We cannot function, we cannot continue without them. Do you really believe that? Why is it all these jobs, industries, which we for generations laboured in are now being closed to us as other people from various nations are given preference for these types of jobs and industries? The NHS is the lifeline of the nation, which we are told. We could not sustain the care on offer without immigrants from all four corners of the world, yet ignoring the obvious factors of how many people have been allowed to come into the UK, especially in the last 10 to 20 years under successive Labour and Conservative governments. While we, the white working class indigenous people, have suffered economic hardships in recent years, struggling and competing in the labour market with people who neither speak English or not even born here, or neither care or have any love for the country they are now residing in. Seeing illegal migrants being afforded the status of asylum seekers, then given a right to stay and compete for employment against indigenous working class people, surely this cannot be right. But it is right, and this and previous governments have continued to endorse this process. We see people coming to our towns and communities, neither showing any interest to integrate or to respect our culture, heritage, our way of life. Our towns now becoming the towns with no name. That I am a stranger in my own town is now for many people also being replicated in their everyday working life, as I am a stranger in my own workplace. The agenda set out by the globalists and their willing servants in successive British governments is there for all to see. I must admit it took me some time to wake up to this reality. Housing, schools, infrastructure, social disharmony, crime, etc. Communities being segregated on ethnic and nationalistic and religious grounds. Violent crime on the rise in various immigrant communities. This year we were told diversity built Britain. Our forefathers, ancestors, again been belittled in their fortitude and stoicism in building our nation, our homeland, our Britain. We voice our concerns, we pray for something to change, we want our way of life back, we want and demand a safe future for our children and loved ones. The white working class people have for too many years been taken for a ride and constantly lied to and been hoodwinked too many times. Long will it continue as long as we don't have a voice. The Labour Party has for too many years negated its ties and its commonality with the white working classes, and has now opted for more of an inclusive branch of politics ideology, much the same as the Conservatives and other mainstream media political parties. I feel sometimes as I am one of the forgotten ones, like many of my people. I am, like many good people of this nation, proud of my roots and the connection I have to the land of my ancestors throughout the generations. My upbringing has defined me in many ways, and I have always embraced the concept of being a realist. I am a white, proud, working class man who will always put his own people first, much the same as I want to be in my own nation, not bottom of the heap. Awaken we shall. Thanks for your continued support in supporting my channel. Stay strong, stay proud. God bless. Bonnie lad.